Yo, what's cracking, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Mono Team Monday, and today I got pretty much the opposing type to last week's Mono battle, the Steel type, and I'm really excited. I was really excited to use this team. I got a Klefki, Skarmory, Ferrothorn, and Polion, who I've never ever used before, so I'm pretty excited to use him. Metagross and a Heatran for that fire coverage, if you know what I'm saying. And our opponent today is Antonio, who's bringing a Charizard, Crap, Bisharp, Venusaur, who's going to be kind of an issue to deal with, a Dragalge, and frickin' Arcanine, and a Greninja. So let's get this thing underway, shall we? Learned my lesson from last week. I'm not eating anything. I ate my dinner before I started recording, so no chocolate put on the floor or anything. But Antonio is issuing a challenge as to send out Obi-Wan Amphinobi. I forgot how to pronounce this foreign language name, Amphinobi. But I led with my Klefki, and I'm like, you know what? Greninja's a pain in the butt enough, so I'm just gonna Thunder Wave this thing instead of setting up my Reflect and Light Screens right now. So he goes for the Scald. I'm not too sure why, really, because even if he burned me, my only attacking move was Foul Play, to be honest. So it's probably gonna chip me away and help get rid of my Klefki a little bit easier. But other than that, it was a questionable move on his part. I guess maybe he thought I was gonna switch, but I didn't. So now he goes into a Bisharp, which is a pretty solid play on his part, shiny Bisharp, because you guys will see that this Bisharp packs the Brick Break, which is pretty much just trolling my Klefki the whole time. Just trolling it. Which begs the question, had I not been an idiot and went for a Foul Play, and had I had like Draining Kiss on here, would I have been better off? I think so. But that last move left me with like 8 HP left, which sucks because this burn's gonna take me out, and I believe I have no other way of buffering his hits pretty much, except for my 2 defensive cores here. So he goes for a Thunder Wave, and I'm like, alright, I can deal with that. Skarmory's like not the fastest Pokemon to begin with, so whatevs, yo. So I go for a Whirlwind here because I don't want to deal with this thing right now, so I just like talk to the wing. So this Amphinobi, this Greninja comes back out. I gotta get me a shiny Greninja. But I'm like, okay, I don't want to take no Ice Beams or anything. I could go for the Roost and nullify that super effective damage, but whatever. So I go into Winston here. Who I could not put the Assault Vest on because I run Water Sport, as laughable as that is. But on a Mono Steel type team, Water Sport is kind of a lifeline, if you want to call it that. So this Greninja is Life Orb, just like every other frog. And he goes out into his Bisharp again. I'm like, okay, a Brick Break's probably coming my way. So I go for a Water Sport anyways, just in case. It's probably the first time anyone's ever seen this move used competitively, seriously, with a serious intent before, but that Brick Break, it's pretty harmful to my health there. My Penguin did not like that from that shady character. Get that reference? Anyway, they go for a Skull and like burn. And lo and behold, the Hex Gods have favored me today as I get the burn. And this Bisharp has less than half HP remaining, so that was really a good job, Winston. So I go into Scream again, my Skarmory, who's paralyzed, and he should take this Brick Break pretty well, considering this Bisharp is burned. And yeah, look, that pretty much did nothing. And as a bonus, get that Rocky Helmet damage, which is always nice. Unfortunately, he does have a Shell though, which is going to make things a little iffy on taking him out with a certainty. But he actually went for the Sucker Punch there, and I went for the Whirlwind. Because, yeah, why not, right? So, god damn it. Arcanines are the bane of my existence, man. Come on. So I gotta take Starscream back out of here and go into either Heatran or something. So, go into my Heatran. I wish I brought my nickname Heatran. Maybe you guys will see that in the future. But he opted to go for a Flare Blitz, and I'm like, yeah. I really thought he would have predicted the Heatran switch, but now Water Sport fades, and I'm like, ah, man. So this thing's quick. He goes for a Wild Charge, and I'm like, huh, that's interesting. I guess that's the most viable move to use against a Heatran, because what do Arcanines run usually? Wild Charge, Flare Blitz, Extreme Speed, and what? Morning Sun, Outrage. So I resist all of those except for a Wild Charge. Anyways, it's nice because I got those Stealth Rocks off, and as a bonus, I'm taking this thing out because I guess. I didn't think Heatran would outspeed an Arcanine, but I guess he has no speed investment. So this Bisharp comes back out, and I'm like, yeah, Stealth Rocks and the burn should take you out. So I'm not worried at all here. But I still gotta pull Heatran back, because Heatran is pretty much the other lifeline of this team. Without him, I'm done. So he going for the sucker punch again, which I thought, and this burn still does not take it out. And I'm like, seriously? So he goes for the brick break again. I guess it's the only thing he could go for. I'm not sure, but Rocky Helmet damage takes him out anyways. So see ya, sayonara, Bishart. And I use that opportunity to go and set up a layer of nice pointy things on the ground. Black metallic pointy things. As this seahorse thing comes out here, looking like it just got off the nastiest beach in the world. It's gonna take some stealth rock damage, and I'm like, alright, I see you. And then I completely forgot this thing gets Thunderbolt. I'm like, crap. Luckily, Starscream still lives, but he's paralyzed again. So I can't set up that second layer of spikes. And now he goes for a Scald, and I'm like, I wonder if I could live that. And I can't. He probably predicted me to switch out into something anyways, but lucky for him, it still took me out. So going to Winston here, and just because I packed the Ice Beam, and I'm like, come on, you have to take this thing out, please. And it still lives, and I'm like, seriously? That's quite unfortunate for me. But somehow, miraculously, without that Assault Vest, I lived that Thunderbolt there. So I get lucky enough to take this take it out with an Ice Beam. So this Greninja comes back, and I'm like, oh, welcome back, Jack. Obi-Wan Kenobi. Also, I'm gonna name my Greninja one day. I went for the Aqua Jet. Questionable play on my part, I know, but I was like, yeah, I don't really have any other special walls, so can't really let this Greninja tear me up like that, so I'm gonna have to sacrifice Winston. Unfortunately. I like Winston. He's pretty cool. But, yeah. I go into my landmine here, because I'm like, yo, don't mess with me, man. I'm gonna Leech Seed you. Goes for the Ice Beam there. He transforms himself into Ice type. But I'm like, in hindsight, I actually went for the Gyro Ball, so I'm like, wow, this guy is just not having a good day, because I picked Gyro Ball because I was anticipating a switch out into something else. Like, something that I couldn't Leech Seed or something, but yeah, that Gyro Ball just does work, and that thing's gone. This guy must be like, whoa, this guy's good, but honestly, that was a lucky choice. So this Dracofil is coming back out, and he gets Stealth Rock down to below half, which is nice, because I decide to leave my Ferrothorn in here because Charizard being Charizard X anyway, being a physical attacker, is going to take Iron Barbs and Rocky Helmet damage from my landmine. So yeah, it's cool. Take them out. You can get some Iron Barbs, and then you're gonna get an order of the Rocky Helmet, and then you're gonna get a side of recoil damage to go with that order. So that's always nice. And as a bonus, it actually, I guess because of the massive amount of damage, it takes itself out. World record, ladies and gents, one turn Charizard, one hit wonder, literally. So this is the true for 98, the whole freaking reason why I couldn't go for a Leech Seed, because I was afraid of him, and I was like, alright, I pretty much got you, man. I got you. I got my Heat Ran. Who else do I got here? I think I got my Metagross. Yes, who has the Zen Headbutt. So, go for a Fire Blast. Heatran doesn't miss it, so get some extra help in the dessert tonight. But it takes a Venusaur out. So yeah, that was a match with this Mono Steel type team. Really fun to use. I think it's safe to say both me and my opponent screwed up and made some misplays here and there. My only regret is I did not get to use my Metagross. And his name is Nelly, and that is because he looks like he has a giant Band-Aid, or a Band-Aid X on his face. So if you guys know who Nelly is, the rapper, then you get that reference. But anyways, that was the Mono Team Monday Steel type battle for this week. As always, if you guys want to see this team again next week, just drop a hashtag Encore in the comment section below. But until next time, I'll see you guys next time. Peace! Don't forget to smash that like button.